Chat, I'm sorry I'm late, man. I'm sorry. The bank was taking forever, man. I did not expect that to take that long, but we are here. Give me just a second to let everyone in the Discord know. My apologies, boys. Good lord. 15 minutes late to my own stream. That's crazy, isn't it? That is wild. Jesus. Let me get some music playing in this thing, man. I'm stressed. I had to go to like 2 different places, man, because the ATM at the bank didn't work, so I had to go to another ATM, and then I had to go back to my bank. Man, it was crazy, chat. It was crazy, to say the least. But let me see. What are we gonna play? The music we fill in. I wish, you know what? Would listen to this. There we go. What's up, everybody? How's everybody doing? What's up, Kami, Chico, Seth, Noob, Ninja, Midnight, Asian, what's up? Elizabeth? I said Elizabeth. Aaron? Zane, how you doing? Orpanoid? How you doing, man? Glad everybody's here. Glad everybody's here. Oh yeah, this right here. This was what happened whenever I tried to summon on, what was it? On the Earth Rosetta banner? Yeah. I got a Roy animation, chat. Roy animation. And we got Elizabeth. And I'm like, man. I actually tried her out. I did. But I'm gonna be honest with y'all. Like, I was planning on making a video with her, and I think I still am. But I don't like this character. I think this character kind of sucks. Like, I just think if you want to use a character like her, you'd probably use like Benny Maru. Or, I mean, even Melty. If you have Melty, she's just leagues better. But, yeah. But yeah, it's crazy, man. Is Awoken #2 good? Oh, no, dude. That thing is horrendous. But chat, we're going to do the main story today. I'm going to be farming this a little bit. I actually want to do this, surprisingly, for a 4-star magic, because I don't have too many, and I can maybe, or not 4-star magic. Is it a 4-star? Yeah, the 4-star magic, the mana messenger here. Kind of want to get this leveled and maxed out. It's not really like that good, but it's another damage buff item for 4-star magic, and who knows, later on down the line, I might want to use this on somebody. Everything else she has is kind of like okay, but nothing crazy. Like, this isn't too bad of a single target arch-gen item. This 5-star magic, I think, will have use at some point, maybe, just because the accuracy buff more so than anything. But yeah, I mainly just want the 4-star magic, then of course buy like all the other LB stones. So yeah. We're just gonna do the Specially X Hyper, or Specially X. Thanks for your video. Hey, no problem, man. Glad you enjoy it. Failed showcase? I don't know if I'll ever do a failed showcase, man. Are we rocking out with the gray for this, or do I want to go with like Melty? I may go Melty here, because I think this boss actually takes more damage from magic damage, right? I think, maybe, possibly. I forgot. What's up, Phoenix? How you doing? How you doing, handsome? Whoa, the Riz. Let me put this code in the chat. Also, isn't this boss water, if I'm not mistaken? Should be. Or wait, do you fight Earth Rosetta here, or do you fight the dragon? I think you fight the dragon on this. But yeah, if you guys don't know, if you guys are new to the stream or anything, anybody can join. Doesn't matter what rank you are, or how good your account is, or whatever. It doesn't matter. Anybody can join. We're not trying to do any type of specific team comps or anything. I'm just farming this, and y'all can just join in. Um, what was I doing? Oh yeah, I was going to send y'all the code. Also, chat, we got some things to talk about today as well. Oh wait, I was probably hold on, wait, let me room ID. There we go. All right, lit. Let me bring back up my chat. But yeah, chat. So, we got some things to talk about today. So first and foremost, man, I don't know if you guys realized, but we only have 8 more days for this crossover. Currently, the Tensura crossover, and for the current story stuff that's going on. Oh, they finally changed it. I didn't even realize. Oh wait, is my game? Okay, no. I didn't even realize we finally changed it. Wait, why are you guys readying up? Nani? But this was in kanji the other day, man. But yeah, next crossover is asterisk. Yeah. But that was it. The Rosetta picture was in kanji like I think yesterday or the day before. I guess they did a hot fix and they actually patched it in. That's not the first time that's happened, man. But yeah, it's interesting because I don't know what the next crossover to could be. I think they're gonna delay again. I don't think we're gonna be getting like ReZero. I don't think we're gonna get ReZero until we actually have super awoken units on global. So because of that, I'm just gonna say copium, real copium here, chat. Yu Yu Hakusho. Yu Yu Hakusho. But I feel like if they do Yu Yu, they're gonna definitely do it again, like with JP being involved. Real copium. Hey, I just had to let y'all know. Man. Fairy Tail, no, I think Fairy Tail's too recent. But then again, they did do Shaman King right out the gate, but literally back to back. Oh, what is this? Hey, I'll take that. I don't think I had one yet. Yeah, I didn't have one. For now, ReZero, yeah. I ain't gonna lie, I'm saving 3K for the Overlord. Yeah, Overlord is definitely really cool. I know a lot of people have been talking about it and been like, oh yeah, dude, I wanna definitely get into that. But like, Overlord isn't gonna come out till we get super awoken characters. The only other way that I see Overlord coming sooner is if they do like a surprise celebration and it's like, hey, the new super awoken mechanic is here. And I hope they don't do it like this, but this is possible. I feel like this is a GS type of move here, chat. Where they're like, hey, super awoken characters are here, and guess what? Not only are they here, Overlord's here, and there's 4 super awoken characters instantly. Like, and it's like, oh no, no, let's not do that. I really hope they follow the schedule. I hope whenever we start getting super awoken characters, that's when they follow somewhat of a schedule. Because if that's where we just kind of are still like on whatever, it's gonna suck so much. Because there's some super awoken characters, chat, that like, you know, people really want to save for and try to get, or, you know, whatever the case may be. And if they start rushing them things whenever they start dropping on global, that's going to suck. But, oh, Gonkamui. I saw, I saw you say Shugimoto. I didn't even think about that. Yeah. GK could come back. I didn't even think about that, yeah. I think they could definitely get away with the GK crossover, but I really hope not, chat. I really hope not. Unless they buff my boy Shugimoto to, like, all hell, bro. Like, if they buff my man so much. You know what I just realized, chat? I don't even know why I'm using Melty. I can actually use my Juno if I wanted to farm this. Like, funny enough, I actually could. I'm not going to, though. My Juno's 100 luck. Look, like Glinka here. 101 luck, Haruto. No jobless? Yeah, I don't know about jobless. Is there a way to awaken Reyes without the event? Yeah, you should always be able to awaken Reyes. You just do the challenge stage. Highly recommend you do it in co-op though if you're new. Don't do that stuff in single player. It's not worth it, trust me. Well, it's not that bad. Like I've done it. I've cleared it with a lot of different teams by this point, but if you're newer, just don't do it. No equip Drac. Yeah. What was I going to say though, chat? But yeah, I don't know, man. Because we're gonna get the. I'm almost positive that the next maintenance that we get in global, that'll be when we get the new auto system, the auto AI. Because they did tease that in the roadmap, of course. So more like that's gonna be what we get right there, and then. Maybe we could go without a crossover for a little bit, but I doubt it, man. I really do. I feel like they're gonna kind of rush it. I saw some people have the take that we're gonna get what's it called? Fire Orvale and Light Sistina at the end of this celebration, which would be next maintenance. And I don't think so. I don't think so. If you guys read the chapter, you know that Fire Orvale, he's in the story now. Like they showed him for a little bit. You want OPM? Yeah, OPM. I think One Punch Man could return by this point. I think it's been a while, but it's also the fact too. It's like, dude, OPM's like the most returned crossover next to Kill la Kill. I think GK would be like. Here's the thing that I want though, chat. This is like major copium, and I don't think this will ever happen. But I want GK to rerun, and they actually add a new unit, and not just like, oh, here's GK again, but it's just buffs. I want a new unit. Also, I just never realized this man using Lily. That's crazy. I ain't seen Lily in so long. You guys want to know? That's actually one of the first characters I used a ton whenever I first started playing GS. The good old days, man. The good old days. I think they could do a lot of different units for GK as well. Hey, I'll take that. What are the bonuses for this one? Is it? I'm pretty sure it's just probably Earth Rosetta and Reyes, maybe. Rhodia, yeah. Rhodia is was something, dude. Rhodia was actually a monster back in the day. Like she could deal some deeps, and I think she also didn't she have like a damage buff or something on her art. I remember people used her in nukes. You guys don't know, chat. When back in the day, whenever we had Rayon be the best nuker in the game, chat. You guys don't know that. When Rayon was the greatest character to ever grace Grand Summoners, it was a time to be alive. Where do you get the Race Awakening thing? From the challenge stage against Emmy. I think it's called The Blade Awakens. Yeah, Rayon was so good back in the day, dude. It's crazy how much. Like I remember whenever he came out and people was like, dude, you gotta get this guy. He's the most broken character in the game by far. And dude, I remember it. It was crazy. It was a wild one. What's up, Naval? Meanwhile, Groit's good for mines. Yeah. Oh, Emmy? I think Emmy's actually better than Groit's. So there's a Google Doc of like talking about nuking, and people actually do nukes with Emmy. I don't see how you do it, but it is a thing that you can do. But I think you can only do it against stages that have multiple stages in them, or against quests that have multiple stages. Let me say that. Because there's no way you could just go in there and straight nuke it with Emmy. It takes too long for her to get her stuff off, but... Hey, I had water today? Yeah, I did. I have water right beside me, actually. There's no real... I think that's the problem with all the boss characters. Or not even just boss characters, but mainly with Gross, but yeah, but all the boss characters. It's just really hard for me to like... Apart from you just liking the mechanic, it's hard for me to recommend somebody to even use that type of character, because it's just so... Ugh, I don't like it. It would be so different if like... Okay, let's say they changed the boss orb mechanic to where you could get your mega art with your boss if you generated like enough art gauge. So maybe, I mean, granted, this would still kind of suck, but like, okay, you either get one orb by using a boss skill, or you get one orb by generating 100 arts. You know what I mean? Like, that would still make it to where arch-gen buffs are good, like on those characters, because they're just too different. I don't like, well, I say too different, but like they're too, I see what they were going for. They're too ambitious, bro. They're too ambitious. They were trying to do so much. What's up, Antonio? Oh yeah, also chat, talking about crossovers and stuff. There is actually a Grand Summoners live stream happening on JP, I think this Friday. Let me check. Oh yeah, there is. There's a... Let's see what they're talking about. I don't think they're going to be talking about the new crossover, though. Wait, is there a crossover happening right now on JP? Is it still Overlord, or is Overlord done for? The large-scale event? Wait, what's the large-scale event? Is that like a raid? Oh, no crossovers at the moment? Oh, Overlord ended a month ago? Wait, has there not been a crossover in like a month on GS, JP? Because if so, that's crazy. Just super... Really? I didn't even notice that. That's actually wild. Tim, technically they already did do that. It's called Summoner's Road, and that comes out with Super Awakening. That's literally the end game of GS. So yeah. I hope they don't power creep with having too many 6 stars right away. I mean, 6 stars are pretty broken. Granted, they are pretty broken, but like the thing is that, dude, they literally dust most of the content in the game. I think that's my issue with it. Like, we really only have one mode, from what I understand, where they are kind of pushed to the limit, and that's Summoner's Road. Apart from that, though, like, most other stages, from what I heard, are kind of just so, like, trivial now. Especially if you have, like, good equips, good, like, super awoken characters. Like, Nothing's necessarily a challenge, which is something they're gonna have to kind of figure out what to do to make it interesting. Because that was one of the main issues with Awoken characters back in the day whenever they came out, and it still is kind of an issue, right, chat? Where a lot of the Awoken characters, it's kind of hard for us to really like fight something that's like truly challenging. Like just recently on global, I would say we started to get bosses that were somewhat difficult, and actually made our characters kind of struggle a little bit. Because literally, whenever Awoken characters first came out, chat, we didn't even have crest palaces, I don't think. Oh no, wait, yeah, we did. Yeah, we did. We did have crest palaces. But like we didn't have mines, we only had raids. And the only thing we had was just the same rehashed events that we always get, where you just farm currency and then you buy the stuff from the shop and that's it. Like, you know, there's never really like anything super challenging came out. Then we started getting stuff like Ganon and Vits and Asus. And that's why that stuff was so hyped, because like finally some actual content. We need yeah, we need content. Yeah. You know what's crazy, chat? Back in the day, I used to get so much hate for me talking about the content thing, and people was like, "Dude, why do you want like you're saying like you want as much content in this game so you have to stay on the game 24/7." I'm like, I'm not asking for that. I'm just asking for like, you know, us to have actual content apart from just events and stuff. Like if you look at something like Dokkan, man. Dokkan has like, you know, farmable events. They have Red Zone. They got Super Battle Road. They got freaking Boss Rush. You know what I mean? Like they just got so much stuff. So much stuff you can do. But yeah, Zachary, thanks so much for the $5 dono, man. Poor Rosetta, you think they notice how strong Lisa is and how most say it's the equip CT, so they made her that way intentionally? You think they notice how strong Lisa is and how most say it's the equip CT, so they made it that way intentionally? No, I think they probably just wanted to do that for whatever reason. I don't think it was because of Lisa, but it is a strong buff. I mean, she could have influenced it, but thanks for the $5 dono, man. Appreciate it. Also, bro, I'm getting ads out the wazoo. There we go. Yeah, well, here's the thing. I don't want it to be a grind, right, chat? Here's the thing. I don't want it to be a grind, but I think there should be modes in the game that are, like, you know, challenging. And I mean, we have Dungeon of Trials, right? But like most of Dungeon of Trials is pretty easily cleared, apart from, you know, like past floor 21, 22, I would say, is where it starts really ramping up. So I don't know. I think that having more stuff in the game would be great. I think one game does it really great, and that's the City of Final Fantasy Upper Omnia. That's why I've been playing it for literally like the last 5 years that it's been out. Their end game, like granted, it doesn't have like loads and loads of content, but it has a lot of stuff that you can do for like a vet. And if you're like new to the game, my friend literally started playing it in JP, and there's so much stuff, and it's like, dude's like, dude, it feels like it's kind of overwhelming, but at the same time, it's like there's so much to do in the game, and you're kind of like motivated and like incentivized to like kind of play it, and you want to grind through it so you can, you know, get to that point to where you see everybody else get to, where they're just dealing millions upon millions of damage because they went through all the trials and tribulations. But still, everyone said equipment CT is broken, so when they gave her that, they lowered her other ability and damage. Oh, that's what you mean, Zach. Maybe I could maybe see it like that. Because yeah, I do think that like in Magia Drive Unlimited, she probably should have 100% magic damage up, but she doesn't. So that could have been kind of like the counter or like the little drawback. It's like, okay, she's already gonna have like an 80,000% multiplier whenever she's in Magia Drive Unlimited, plus the 50% skill CT. Do we want to give her more magic damage? And that's probably the reason why. Because I'm not gonna lie to you, like she does some damage, bro. She's really good. Actually, I see Schmeedy here got the Nui. I actually think Nui and Earth Rosetta is like a match made in heaven almost. Cause or any like Magia Drive Unlimited unit is probably gonna love someone like Nui because of Nui's unique like 100 arts instantly. That's pretty strong for a lot of different characters. Use the free unit roast. That's crazy. As much as content is needed, we don't have like all the side quests like JP to keep up. Yeah, that is true. We don't have that stuff either. Like, and I think they kind of dug themselves a hole when it comes to that type of stuff as well, because we really should have a lot of events. Like for example, did we ever get the Sharon event, guys? I don't think so, right? Because there's like with Sharon, and I forgot every other character that came out with that, but that's like an entire saga. That is a story saga with those characters, and I don't think we ever got that event. So, I don't know. They dug themselves a hole because they rushed units out. Like they rushed all the hype units out, which is cool. But like now you have these moments where we're missing a lot of different like sub stories and everything. I saw on like Reddit, I think it was like 2 years ago, we were like 30 something sub stories behind JP. And it's like, dang, what? Granted, our main release unit schedule isn't that far behind from each other, but our side story release schedule is literally all over the place. Yeah, that's the AI. So the live stream will show a new unit on Avenge Festival. Do you think? Wait, you guys think that the live stream is going to show another super awoken character? Really? My mic cut. Wait, yeah, there we go. My bad. My mic cut out. But yeah, I don't think we're getting a new Vox yet, Chad. I really don't. I mean, he did win the popularity poll, sure, but it takes time to make these units. And not only just that, someone like made a very good point. They're like, if they want to include him into the story, they gotta make some like stupid reason as to why he's back. Because we saw him die, right? He got clapped. But I mean, at the same time, you know, Fire Orville and everyone else is back too. But so maybe it's just that Vox came back, or he was Rags all along, or something like that. So, or it's like a multiverse situation. Vox comes through from like a different timeline, and it's the timeline where he survived or something. There's a few things that they could do for it. But people were saying how if they do that is sad. That character is terrible. But some people were saying how it could maybe be, what is it? If we get a new Vox, the likelihood of us getting like a super awoken Juno is high. And I'm like, maybe? Maybe, but like, would they really want to bring back all the Blood Knights like that? I mean, they know Juno makes money, but if they want to make a super awoken Juno, just make a seasonal Juno, like they did with Priscilla and Miranda. Oh yeah, Vox during the war. Yeah, that is true. Yeah, they could do that. These emotes are fire. Yeah, those are YouTube emotes. War God Vox? Yeah, maybe. Well, that's usually the way how it goes for a lot of different gacha games, Tim. But nowadays, I want to say that it's been kind of even, and sometimes global gets treated better than JP. Like, there's a lot of games that do like global exclusives or global first, or try to make the global version feel pretty unique because it's usually always playing catch up to its JP counterpart. But then again, a lot of games nowadays also release like at the same time on all platforms, or on all regions. Let me say. So give that man Vox a gun. I actually would be kind of down with like if we got a Halloween version of all the characters and we got like a Gunslinger Vox or something like that. That would be cool. So I don't want to listen to that song. There we go. Yeah, because our first global first collab was fired. Man, Crunchyroll Hime, right, chat? Crunchyroll Hime. What's up, Vitamin? But the thing is, too, though, chat, I feel like that, in the Japanese market, the competition is a lot higher. Let me say, like, they have to do a lot on JP to keep like their audience in Japan a lot more than I think global, because how highly competitive it is. Since there's so many different gacha games in JP, right? So many different ones, and it's like, oh, if you don't like this one, you can just go play another one, and find like one that you actually enjoy or whatever. So unless you literally have like a grip on your fan base's nuts, man. Like, I don't know, maybe some Genshin Impact players, you know what I'm saying, that go months without content, years without content, and they finally get something and they call it the best game to ever be created, and they say it's better than Breath of the Wild, which is crazy. But yeah, it's just not it. It's not it. He's calling me out. So you turn 18 soon. Got any tips about life? I'm gonna be honest. 18 didn't really, nothing really changed too much about 18. Like whenever I turned 18, I think the big one was like 21 more so. But 18, be ready, man. That's all I gotta say. I try to find, if you want to go to college or not. Maybe if you don't want to go to college, I would highly recommend you at least go to community college at least. Because usually, depending on what state you're in, you can do like a free 2 years. And then if you want to stay in college, do that, or go find a job. And what else? Be careful with these Tinder hoes. That's all I gotta say. I'm just gonna leave it at that. Be careful if you get on Tinder, something like that, man. They be wilding on there. That's all I gotta say. Apart from that, you should be vibing. What's up, Caleb? I do feel like the GS is finally giving more attention to global with their invited you to their live stream. Very neat. Yeah. I mean, I think it is like a thing they're trying to do, especially the new community managers. I don't know if Mio is also a community manager. She might be. I think it's Visceral and Mio. They both might be it. But yeah, you know, they're very interested in doing more stuff for global. I can say that at least. That is something they did tell me, that they wanted to do more stuff. They wanted to help out global a lot more and everything. But they didn't necessarily tell me what that means. So, but they are interested to do more things for global. Now, does that mean like probably a monthly live stream? I doubt it, chat. I think if anything, we'll be lucky if we get a yearly live stream from this point going forward. And maybe a live stream for certain like huge celebrations, right? Like for example, maybe like what? Whenever like a huge new like story chapter, or like whenever Super Awakening comes out, I could see them doing a live stream event, like talking about Super Awakening and introducing Super Awakening into the game. I could see them doing something like that. Hoping it means 10k Alks. 10k Alks were something that I think definitely needs to return. It's still on JP, by the way. 10k Alks are still there on JP from time to time. I don't think it's every banner anymore, but I do know JP does have 10k Alks here and there. Because the new Mirror banner that came out, I think it's a 5k Alk banner, but Mirror's in the banner. How does the 10k Alk work? The 10k Alk works, or the way how 10k Alk is 10k Alk is literally just like 5k Alk, but the pool is substantially smaller. So for an example, let's say like, you know how right now, if you go do a 5k Alk summon, you have every unit that's a 5-star or awoken unit in the game you can pull outside of crossover units. Well, except, you know, the crossover units that are in that 5k Alk that you're currently trying to do. So it's pretty much just that. It's literally just a smaller pool of an Alk summon. Instead of it being like 100 something units, it's only like 10 units, or maybe 5 units, or 6 or 7, however many. A fun story, whenever Kill la Kill first came out on Global, we had a 10k Alk banner, chat. And the 10k Alk banner was only 3 units. And the 3 units were Satsuki, Ryuko, Mako. That was the 10k Alk banner. And that's how a lot of people that played during that time got their Mako. So yeah. Oh snap. My auto isn't on. What the? Frontiers OST. Let's see. There it is. That's what I was looking for. All right. But yeah. They're pulling a Dokkan in Legends right now? What do you mean? You got Mako from 10k Alk way back then? That's crazy, Kami. I unfortunately wasn't playing around that time. I actually took my break around then for like 3 or 4 months. And then I came back to GS. But yeah, the 10k Alk thing, I saw that and I was like, damn, bro, I wish I was there. And then I came back and I just summoned Mako. I literally got lucky and got her in a multi. It's just the reason why people want 10k Alks back. It's just more chances for you to get the character you want. And not only just that, it's like that's what made GS extremely free to play within the first year. Because every banner had a 10k Alk, chat. Like every single banner. Every single banner had a 10k Alk. So if you didn't want to spend money, but you grinded the game for a lot of Alk stones, you could use the 10k Alk and hopefully get that character. That's when Kill la Kill was out, and I had no clue what I was doing. Pulled my first time on GS, and I pulled Mako. Had no clue what she did. Hey, at least you got literally the best support in the game. So I don't think they'll ever bring back 10k Alks. Chat. Maybe they will, but I don't think they. I don't know. I don't think it's that possible. I think if anything, they'll probably add a 5k Alk banner with like the super awoken characters in it whenever they drop. I could see them doing something like that, but I don't see them doing an actual 10k Alk at this point. It's been gone for so long. Oh, you kicked yourself for getting rid of the second Saitama? Yeah, those are... Double Saitama is used for some very specific nukes, man. You can blow up a lot of things with that. That's tough, Midnight. Oh, you must have started recently then. If you started during the Lux system being implemented, that was like, what, 3 years ago at this point? It's a while ago. You were surprised when I got to talk to Yama P. Who else was in the call? It was me, Yama P, Visceral, Mio, and the admin of the official Discord, Nox, or his name used to be Esper. Yeah, Saitama's not the best nuker. Well, would I still say he's up there, but I don't think I would consider Saitama the best nuker anymore. Unfortunately, my man has fallen from grace, which is crazy to think about. I didn't think I would ever see a unit come out that would, like, beat Saitama's nuking prowess, but we've seen quite a few come out. To be honest, the new mirror that came out, chat, or is coming out in a few days, actually is pretty good as a nuker. Like, no cap. If you can get her super art off, she can do some damage by herself. Who do I think is the best nuker if Saitama's not? You know, that's an interesting question. If we're talking global specifically at the moment, you know what? Hold on. Let me see something. Let me see. Do I have that? Okay. Let me see something here. I need to see all the nukers in the game. Okay, so we got Summer Sistina, Deadmaster, Saitama, Mikey, Simon, Toguro, Emmy, Hao, yeah, like, if I would put it simple, who would I say is the best? I think it has to come down to either, in my opinion, it's a tie between these three. It's either Simon, Mikey, or Summer Sistina. And I only say that because Simon and Mikey both have a way to ignore defense by themselves. Mikey has 100% crit rate. Simon has 100% defense ignore with the Phantom Bullet. Summer Sistina is the only one that doesn't have anything to ignore crit rate, but she has synergy with a lot of different equips because if she gets down to like red health, she instantly gives herself like a full heal and she gets 200 arts. So that's a way that you can kind of build a team around her where you have no arch generators on your team, but no type of arch gen items, but you have some that lowers her HP and gives her crit rate, like that 4-star support from the mines, for an example. So yeah, I think that something like that would be. It would have to be one of them. Deadmaster as well. I could, yeah, I could also argue with Deadmaster too. It's just if she loses her passive, then she's kind of trash, right? But if she doesn't lose her passive, then she's perfectly fine. I think she's definitely up there as well. Same thing with Saitama. I think Saitama's still up there. It's just really hard because all of them are kind of good at well, all of them are amazing at nuking, but they're all kind of like good in different ways, right? So Yusuke? I don't think I would say Yusuke's a nuker, dude. Yusuke takes 6 years to throw out his freaking his true art. If Yusuke's true art was faster, I would be more inclined to say, yeah, he's actually pretty solid. Simon Mikey Forte or Saitama with New Year's Millennium? I think Simon Mikey Forte is better. The reason why is because you can do that on auto. Like you can use Simon Mikey Forte on auto. With New Year's Millennium and Saitama, you can still do it on auto, but you want Saitama to get the light resist down. But if Saitama's art pops first, you're not going to be able to get that light resist down. Not only is if it pops first, you also have the issue of what do you call it? You also have the issue of her animation being really long. So you have to pretty much manually nuke it. Because her animation takes about a second, 2, maybe 3 seconds to come out before it actually applies the light resist down. How does Forte stack art or true art? What do you mean, Caleb? Do you think it's worth pulling on the Blood Knight banner at range 60? If you're newer to the game, yeah, definitely. Oh yeah, I do too, Eddie. I do too. Those were the good times, man. Those were the good times. What's up, Sama? How you doing? Oh, why is Forte good? Jesus. Passive 50 art gauge to the whole team. Crit damage buff as well to the whole team passively, just for existing. She has the damage up to dark and human units as well. Her slots are incredible for nuking. Though that's mainly the reason why she's so good. Like, her damage isn't something you even factor in. It's just all the buffs she applies. That's what. Is this Zodi's? Oh my goodness, I ain't seen that man in years. Are you a full global player or a half JP player? I'm actually currently I'm actually half global, half Taiwanese server myself. I played that a few here and there, but yeah, I'm like 80% global, like 20% Taiwanese in terms of Grand Summoners. So my junior summons were horrible, no 5-star at all for 5. Hey, Legacy, that's just the. What is it? That is just the struggle, bro. Before they updated Forever Summon, that's tough, Scythe. I mean, you could still get her, right? But like now the pool is even larger, so it's, you know, harder to get her. I don't know, chat. Like, I'm still debating who I want from the Forever Summon, because just to let y'all know, I've been getting cucked. I'm aiming for either Priscilla, VoltLR, or Simon, and I haven't got either one to show up yet. None of them. Not a single one of them. You got Water Priscilla? Yeah, I like Water Priscilla too. It's just, I don't like, she's not too focused. If she was a more focused character, I think I would really enjoy her, but yeah. You got Volti off his summon. I'm in need of heart bad though. Hey. Hopefully you can get it. Wait, which Volti? VoltLR? Oh yeah, VoltLR, okay. Why is VoltLR good? He's literally the best physical tank in the game right now. He has passive like damage res for days. He has He's a taunt tank too. His barrier is incredible. His Phantom Bullet is insanely good as well. His true weapon's pretty solid too. Yeah, it's mainly just that he's the best physical tank in the entire game. I would even argue better than Thetis. If you have the right support for him. Like, if you're able to give him art gauge and stuff, yeah, I would say hands down he's better than Thetis. Also, he has a stacking earth damage buff, which makes him hit harder, but also if any other earth units on his team, it's going to make them hit harder too. Can you ignore Thetis if you have both of them? Yeah, I would say so, Antonio. I mean, Thetis is still good, but you technically have the two characters that are good at each damage type. So, you know, Miranda's amazing against any type of magic damage, and Voltialar is amazing against any type of physical damage. And Voltialar is, I would say even to a greater extent, great at any kind of damage that you throw at him, because he does have the passive just flat damage reses in his kit, compared to Miranda. Miranda doesn't really have flat damage res in her kit apart from magic resist. Yeah, it's also too Midnight. Voltialar is faster because he does damage. That's the difference. Regular Thetis does no damage. Thetis is, like, in terms of DPS, terrible. Roland, thanks so much for the sub, man. Appreciate it. Yeah, he doesn't need to go into Magia Drive either, which is a big issue, since Thetis has to get into Magia Drive, has to, you know, get his art gauge back up, then he's like actually being a tank. But then Voltialar's like, okay, pop my Phantom Bullet or just use my True Art and then you're covered, you know what I mean? I'm doing pretty good right now, man. Appreciate it. What's the fastest way to get Limit Break Stones? Right now, doing all of the Tensura events. They all just reset. You can get, what is it, 3 LB stones from that. Do the story event, you get another one from there. And yeah, it's just doing events for the most part. That's the best way to... man, I'm getting tired. That's the best way to go about getting LB stones. You can also buy them with Alks stones, which I would say is up to you, but that's more so a veteran thing. I don't think you do that as a new player. You probably want to save your Alks stones for like a crossover banner and stuff like that. Is Volti even good? Which one? The water one? I don't like the water one too much myself, but there's some people who use them. But yeah, I don't like the water one too much. I think I saw him like beat the brakes off of Emmy one time though. Like he just demolished her. I have to find the video, but I'm pretty sure that's the same character I'm thinking of. Best water nuke comp right now? You probably would actually use Volti in the water nuke comp, to be honest. Unless I'm wait, am I not thinking of a certain water unit? Yeah, you probably would use Volti in water nukes. Yeah, Volti, Shady. I don't know who else. Oh, Volti, Shady, Summer Lisa, and maybe a Emilia? Yeah, probably like an Emilia. You could probably go without the Shady though, unless you really need the Archgen. Yeah, probably like an Emilia for crit damage and water resist down. Weaver would be good too. Weaver would be a good replacement for Emilia if you didn't have her. Oh yeah, Veronica's really solid at water nuking. She's probably like one of the best characters to get in terms of being an attacker for new players, because she literally has everything in her kit that you want. If you need like a regular attacker, she has damage, she has crit rate, she has damage resist down. If you want to use her as a nuker, where she covers literally your nuking role, Like, she's great if you're newer to the game, man. And even if you're older, she's still really good. It's just her modifier is kind of low nowadays. Would Vox be considered a good nuker for the Water team? If you can get him in Magia fast enough. But if you can't, like, get him in Magia instantaneously, then you wouldn't. No, I don't consider Vox a nuker at all because he's a Magia drive unit. That takes a while for him to do. Also, chat, let me see something real quick. Let me see how much currency we got, man. We may actually be pretty good in terms of this stream. I think we've been farming for what, about an hour? And I think we can buy pretty much everything I want in the shop. We have the luck gem here. I'll go ahead and grab that. Oh, wait, no, I can only buy, what, 2? Yeah, since I used the 10 right there. I need this support LB. And I need this physical one? Yeah, I would say... Dang, I got 13? Sheesh. What about the defense slot? Yeah, I would definitely need more defense slot LBs as well. Let me see something. What was I going to do? Oh, yeah, I was going to check the limit breaks on the new equips. Let's see. I think I still need more. I forgot how many you need to max LB equip, but I'm pretty sure it's more than what I have. Yeah, I need 2 more messengers. How many do I need of 5-star though? You need 10 of them? Jesus Christ. I think I remember that now because I had to max LB my B3 claw. That was a while ago. Did I favorite that, by the way? I don't know if I favorited that. Did I? Okay, yeah, I did favorite it. Ooh. Can I go ahead and enhance it as well? Can. Selling Ghost, thanks so much for the sub, man. Appreciate it. Chat, I think I will waste the last little bit of stamina I have. But after that, I think I will just call it there for today. After I waste this little bit of stamina. Also, for all my Yu-Gi-Oh peeps that watch my Yu-Gi-Oh stuff, I have been playing Yu-Gi-Oh again since it is the first anniversary of Master Duel, and I'm currently on my Exo Sister grind, which some of you guys may be a little bit shocked about if you do play Yu-Gi-Oh. But oh, wait, it's in World, right? Yeah, but I'm on my Exo Sister grind, to say the least. Man, so let's go. Yeah. Yeah, I probably will be ending here soon because it's 4 o'clock. I gotta go cook and everything, make sure everything's ready. So. I kind of do this, or I kind of do my streams like in the middle right here of like the day, at least for me, like at 3 o'clock, because it's right before I have to do everything, and it's right after like I get done doing most of my stuff that I wanted to do for the day. So, at least in terms of like my checklist, I had to run some errands and do some other stuff beginning, and then here we are, and then literally I'm gonna have to get right back to doing some stuff in like 30 minutes, but still. Why Exo Sister? Deck is kind of mid with all the support. Now, I don't think the deck's mid at all. I think the deck's freaking fire. But I didn't want to play Sprite. I didn't want to play anything else. The only other deck that I'm interested in trying is Punk. I really kind of want to get into Punk. But I don't really want to play like a super top tier, like tier 1 deck. That's not really what I liked. I really like decks that are that have identity as well, in the sense that the inboard is that archetype or something like that. Like, for example, with Exo Sister, you know, you're usually ending on like a Macallus and you know, maybe like a set, what's it called, like Vardis, something like that. The trap card and some other stuff. I like that a lot. Instead of just like, you know, ending on like something else. Because one thing that I hated was the time where I think it was Adamantipator that was like running rampant, or maybe in a different one. But I hated that you ended on like Baron and like Borreload Savage Dragon and some other stuff. I was like, dude, these are just like generic names, and literally everybody was playing them. And I was like, dude, these are literally generic names. Like your deck has no type of like, you know, identity really. And I kind of hate that. I love whenever decks like you play a deck and it has strengths and weaknesses tied to that specific deck. Cyber Dragons will always be my fave. A true midnight, true. Cyber Dragons is has always been a fun deck. I actually played against one today and he killed himself with Power Bond. Oh, it was terrible. I felt bad for the mans because, like, you know, I could feel for that. I think we've all been there at some point. You spellcasters, yeah. I also was thinking about maybe Spiral, because with Illusion of Chaos, that's like a pretty cool deck, but I don't know, Spiral's really hard, I think, to pilot, especially if you're new to it. So, yeah, the life of a Cyber, yeah, for real. The Link monster stuff was too much. Yeah, that's understandable. Right now, links are still really good, of course, but right now the meta is really just like Sprite. Yeah, there is some links. Yeah, there's still links and stuff, but I think the main like extra deck monsters people use are Synchros, Exceeds, and links at the moment. So, oh, actually, yeah, like fusions. I haven't seen too many Despias running around, so I haven't seen like fusions too much. Branded has kind of just been gutted because everybody's just playing freaking Sprite. Spiral with a Y, Shiko. Try a mass hero deck, trust. I played heroes for a little bit. Oh wait, did I just start this? Whoops. I played heroes for a bit. The coolest person at school. You know what's wild about the Black Wing deck? I actually was interested in making like a Black Wing deck, but I think now, like, if I wanted to make something, I don't even know. Like, I've been seeing a lot of people, or more so, I've been looking up a lot of videos talking about like the TCG and OCG, kind of like what the meta is in that, and kind of like what decks are pretty strong right now. And I saw some people saying like Scareclaw could be like good this like ban list for TCG at least, because what's the one meta deck that everybody hates that got like pretty gutted or got nerfed down a little bit? Was that Tillerment? A Tearlament? Yeah, or whatever they're called. Something tier and then lament. But yeah, it's fairly easy. Apply the deck when Master drop to rank up to get to diamond. Yeah. Tearlaments. Yeah, there we go. Tearlaments. Yeah, I knew it was either something with lament, but yeah, I don't know what that deck does, and I heard a lot of people say that deck is going to be like the Doomsday on Master Duel because no deck is going to be able to like really compete with it. And I'm like, man, that sucks. Bro, that sucks a lot. But I don't like whenever there's a deck that's so strong that just like completely bodies every other deck like easily. At least right now, I haven't ran into like any type of crazy Sprite player that has just absolutely blasted me. Like, so I don't know how strong that deck is or how like it feels the matchup and everything, but I heard people say Sprite is pretty like toxic. I know that they just can keep playing through all your stuff. Like they just have a ton of gas in the sense that they can just keep summoning monsters. And I've run into one earlier whenever I was playing Exo Sisters, and I got rid of what is it? Their gigantic sprite. Like he summoned it twice and I got rid of it 2 times because of my banish effect from one from what was it? The new XYZ Exo Sister that came out, and the other was from Macallis, and it was still like a struggle, bro. I was like, damn, dude, he's still going? But he surrendered after that because I realized that the choke point for the deck, or one of the biggest choke points, is just like trying to stop them at gigantic. DDD, I actually played DDD in Joyo. I actually did. Before I quit Master Duel like last time, that was the deck I invested in. I played DDD. It was fun. I enjoyed it because DDD was another deck that, you know, was just that archetype. It didn't really rely on Baron or anything or any type of generics, really. I mean, you could put Baron in it if you wanted to, and I think I did have Baron in mind, but I never summoned Baron because I just would rather have my DDs out. I don't know what Tier's gimmick is, Demon. I'm not for sure. What's up, Nova? E-Hero video win? Hey, man. I know Neo's got some more support in the most recent patch. I said most recent patch. Well, I mean, technically that's right, but, you know, most recent update. But I heard that the more Neos cards you put into that deck, the worse the deck gets. And it's better just playing like an elemental hero deck. And I'm like, damn, bro. Because see, like, look, I'll show you guys what I do whenever I go to, like, look up a deck. Because I did a lot of research before I decided to, like, on Exo Sister. I asked people in my Discord what I should play, everything else. And literally what I do is I go over here to Master Duel Meta. And then I'm like, last 2 weeks. And I see all the decks. And I click Diamond 1 or Tournaments. And I see, like, what people play. And I just kind of see, like, if there's anything that, like, kind of stands out to me. Because I saw this Altergeist deck. And I'm like, Altergeist? But I was like, nah, I'm not going to play that. But I also was interested in the new cards, so I clicked new cards, and that was the reason why I picked Exo Sister. Because like, out of all these, I'm either interested in Punk or Exo Sister the most. Zodiac is a was a toxic deck whenever it first came out, but nowadays people just play Zodiacs and like Tri Brigade and all that with their crazy 1-card combos. What's up, man? How you doing? I've really seen the XYZ card that was used in Zodiac. Forgot what it was called. Which one you talking about? Dryden? Demon? You talking about her? I've been chilling for the most part, man. Haven't been doing too much myself, Nikon. Oh, wait, are we out of stamina? Oh, we are. My bad, chat. My bad. I said I was going to stop right there. So, yeah. How many runs did we do? What was that? 60? Exactly? That's crazy. So, yeah. Most of the cards are 1-card combos. You can go into synchros you want. Yeah, I've seen that too. I've seen a lot of people like Punk a lot, and I love synchro summoning. Synchro summoning is my favorite like extra deck summons, so I love synchro summoning, and stuff. But chat, that's gonna be it, man. That's gonna be all we're gonna do for today. Have you ever thought about doing Duel Links videos? No, because Master Duel's out, and I'd rather play Master Duel. But chat, I think it's gonna be it, man. Thank you all for hanging out. Thanks for everybody who came through and played and helped grinded the event with me and all that. I think we may have an Elizabeth showcase tomorrow, but I'm not for sure. I'm going to try to do it, but I don't know. I'm not really liking the units, so I kind of just don't want to make it just to make it, but we'll see. If I can kind of figure out like something that I want to do with her, then I might make a video on her, but yeah, we'll see whenever tomorrow comes. But either way, I think that's going to be it for this one, man. Thank you all for hanging out, man. It's been Bored Pete, and last but not least, don't forget to drink water.